frigid January evening, we welcome you in here to our Sports Den. I'm Blythe Whaley, taking you through the last 2 weeks of our coverage here on North Metro TV. Pumped to get it started. Out on the ice rink, our teams have been working hard and staying busy this year, kicking it off in January. Let's head to the rink and see what our first teams have been up to. Boys hockey, the guys, Spring Lake Park at Centennial on the 1st of January. Getting things kicked off, Logan Adams with the banger to get the Cougars on the board, 1-0. Taking a look at that one again, but a massive save here from the Spring Lake Park goaltender, keeping that puck out. Just this 1-0 game until this, Logan Adams pops it in. Cougars up by 2 here in the first period. Pushing the pace, finding Searles there on the right, slicing this one past, and the Cougars up by yet another. The senior pushing, guys. Austin Peterson finding a goal of his own as he gets this one past. 4-0 as we look at this one again. The hat trick is coming for Peterson. An exciting moment from him as the Cougars continue on this hot streak. Up by 6 until this, Connor Larson from the Panthers, giving them some life, giving them some hope, getting one in before it's over. But Clement feeding Searles to put this game 7-1.
2 goals for you tonight. Offensively for your line, what was working in this win?
Just flying around, getting pucks deep, and then going and chasing after them. We're pretty defensive line, so scoring a couple tonight was great.
And you guys have shown that with a tough schedule all season long. Some more big conference games coming up. What's going to be the key moving forward to keep this offensive rate going like you had tonight?
Staying hot, staying confident, and not getting too worried about who we're playing and just play our game.
At your defensive unit, there's just been some really strong performances at the start of the year. I mentioned it to Logan. You've had that tough schedule. What do you see as a captain and from what you've seen out of your defensive unit so far this season? What's going to be a key moving forward into some physical, tough, upcoming conference games?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to keep working hard in practice and doing what our coaches are telling us, because what we're doing right now is working good.
Let's keep things icy here for our boys hockey team. Centennial taking on Coon Rapids on the 6th of January. Jake Robinson wasting no time getting on the board from Clement. Up 1-0, the Cougars. Soaring, Joey Hemmer looking to put it in and make this 2-0 for the Cougars in this first period. Heading into the second, they're up by 2. Tanner in front of the net. Tanner Gracek putting in the third for the Cougars. Again, they are roaring, and Keith Nelson is 4-0. The Cougars continue to surge ahead until Eli Bowden gets in the mix, helping both of their teams have some points on the board, but a huge save here for Centennial. And of course, sometimes that sets up one going the other way. Searles putting it in, 5-1 our score now, and Searles is not done. Short-handed, he scores 6-1. Now the score for the Cougars. Before this game's over, Keith Nelson in front of the net, finds his way around the goaltender to put it up 7-1. Austin Peterson on the power play makes it 8-1. And we haven't seen the last of Harper Searles in this game, finding the net once more. 9-1 our final score. And this one was a crazy one for the Cougars. Centennial yet again in another cat clash. Boys hockey taking on the Bengals this time. And Heath Nelson strikes quickly here, making the Cougars up by 1. Getting things going like we've seen lately. Austin Peterson getting another goal scorer into the mix from Nelson. So now the Cougars up 2-0. They're used to getting in the lead, but they want some more. Heath Nelson in front of net puts away his second to put the Cougars up by 3. Cunningham getting that first assist of the game, but he gets a second one here as this next one slides past and putting the Cougars up by 4. Blaine, they're having enough of this. How can they get one in? They find it from Sam Shaughnessy. Tyler Van Hurst with the assist. Heath Nelson buries the empty netter to finish this game off 5-1.
Yeah, and we were definitely getting pushed a little bit by a good Bengal team, but after our coaches came into the locker room, they told us what to do, what we got to be working better on, and we just executed that in the second and third period.
You guys won 15 games last year, had a really strong team. Some changes. You got Searles back on the front end, especially on D, though. You're kind of the big returner back on the blue line this year. Got some good young talent coming up, playing alongside you. How is the D core kind of clicking right now, where you guys almost had the shutout and put in a strong game today?
Yeah, it's going really good, actually. I'm just working hard in practice, communicating with the younger guys and trying to teach them the way a little bit.
How did that feel to kind of get number 3 when you found the empty net?
I felt really good. I've had a lot of 2-goal games this year, and it feels really good to put the first hat trick away.
You are now leading the team in goals. You've been playing up at the top line with Harper pretty much for this whole year. What's that been like? Obviously, you're going to get some chances playing with Harper Searles, but I imagine it has to be somewhat of a challenge, too. How has he kind of pushed you, made you a better player? What's been challenging and rewarding about playing on that top line with Harper?
It's nice playing with him. He's always in the right spot, but he lets me know when I make a mistake or miss a pass or something. He makes sure to let me know, and we just keep going.
Taking a look at those standings, we see Maple Grove at the top, but our Cougars sitting in 4th there with a conference record of 5-1-1. Spring Lake Park down the board at 2-3-1 in the conference, and the Bengals 1-7-0. So you take a look at what is coming up for our boys hockey teams. We are seeing the Blaine Bengals taking on Totino Grace on the 18th and Andover on the 23rd. So a couple away games. Armstrong Cooper, who the Centennial Cougars are going to be taking on the 18th and the 20th at Rogers. So home and away for them. And Spring Lake Park taking on Elk River Zimmerman and Coon Rapids. So a home and an away game for them as well. So girls hockey is what is in store for us next as we head back to the ice. Just like our cold temperatures, this seems very fitting. But the Blaine Bengals taking on Champlain Park Coon Rapids. And they net the first one early. It's Taylor Olson of the Bengals getting on the board and getting things heated up. Champlain Park puts one past Lily McKenzie to tie this game up at 1 apiece. Champlain Park, the long ranger from Callie Alphen, 2-1, putting them ahead. But the Blaine Bengals able to tie it up. It's Grayson Knowles. 2-2 our score, and that will take us to overtime, folks. Finishing it off, the Blaine Bengals, Sierra Ledeen finishes this one for that final score, 3-2. But Blaine, that last moment goal there, helping them even get to that overtime. But girls hockey standings, we're seeing Centennial Spring Lake Park sitting right below Andover with 6-1-1 conference record, 16-1-2 overall. Blaine Bengals 5-1-2 and 8-6-4. far as the schedules here for girls hockey, going to take on Armstrong Cooper on the 16th, and the 20th they'll be away at Duluth, so that's a long one, a long bus ride. But Centennial Spring Lake Park have not lost here in 2024, so exciting for them to look to take on Champlain Park Coon Rapids and be at St. Cloud. A decently long one, relatively distance for them, but ultimately here trying to keep on that win streak for 2024. It's feeling quite good for them. And as we take away for a moment from the ice, we get to head to the warm courts and feel some warmth of our own inside some of our team's gyms. As we head to the courts, Blaine is at Spring Lake Park in our first one on the 12th of January. Again, at Spring Lake Park, they get the home one. Seeing the Blaine Bengals slicing and dicing, getting the early points on the board. Their streak continues here as they continue to push ahead. 15-8, we see our score. This one slices in from range. Panthers trying to make a comeback. You see them down by just a few, 17-15, as they find their way all the way to the hoop. It's Gorish to help the Panthers now ahead, and they are pushing, cruising, and pushing. That was Bella Such putting that last one in, 21-18, as the Panthers continue to find their rhythm here late in the first. This one soars through to help the Bengals stay in it, but a fast break denied, but yet the putback is there. The Panthers finding their way to stay in the lead. In the second half here, Blaine Bengals trying to make a comeback on the road, able to put it in, get the and one and go to the line. But Panthers trying to make a comeback at home, and this last long one helped them stay in it. And another one puts them to tie it up, now in the lead. Bella Such at the free throw line. She drills it, 46-44, how exciting. The Bengals putting in the long one at the buzzer. Bengals win it 47-46.
How did it feel when it left your hands?
It felt good. I felt like it was going in, and when it went in, I was so excited. I threw the ball away early, so I was really excited that I was able to do something for my team since we all worked super hard during the game and be able to win.
And that was your first game winner, right?
Yes, I've never hit a game winner before, so it's really exciting.
And you mentioned you had 2 early fouls in that game. It sidelined you. When you came in the second half, did you feel cold at all, or did you just get ready to put some shots up?
I did feel a little cold, but I knew that I had to do something because I didn't get to play a lot in the first half because I fouled too early. So I knew that I needed to go out and do something for my team, whether that be defense or offense. So I'm just happy that I could do something.
As we take a look at that game summary from this game, Bella Such with 14, Nussbaum has 9, Kesty 9. So a decent amount of points here from some of these Panthers, Gorish 8. And then you're taking a look at the Blaine Bengals, who are able to win it at the buzzer. Pelkey with 16, Wozniak with 12. So a couple players in double digits for them. Beckman 5, Teden 5, and Rakuik also 5, so some decent scoring from both of these teams, but the Bengals just getting it there in those last seconds. Now the standings, Andover on top in ladies basketball, conference record of 7-0 and 10-2 overall. Centennial, our first team we see as we go down that order, 4-2 in conference and 6-7 overall. Blaine 4-4, 10-5. Spring Lake Park 2-4 and 6-7. As we look at the schedule, as the Blaine Bengals going to be playing at home against Andover and also at Anoka later in the week. Centennial taking on Spring Lake Park and going to be on the road versus Andover and Anoka. They'll be back at home. Spring Lake Park taking a look at Centennial on the road and Champlain Park at home. So a lot of fun ones. Centennial undefeated there in this first 2024, these first games. But let's look at boys hoops. Let's see what those guys have been up to here over the last bit of time since we've seen you. The Panthers taking on the Bengals. in Blaine. The long range goes in here for Blaine. That was Lyon. But as this one continues, Panthers able to lay one in there and keep the lead. Panthers still on that hot streak, 16-5, and able to play some defense too. This one comes down to lay it in. It's Jumta soaring, slicing and dicing through the lane, able to roll it in. This is Alvin Payne dropping yet another. Keep this game interesting, trying to help the Bengals push ahead again. It's Payne trying to bring some pain and get back in this game. Panthers looking to move. It's Remy again. Into the lane, moving through. It's Thompson to help keep this game where it should be. Panthers moving along. The long range shot going in there for Bangs. And Blaine showing they got some range as well. Lyon putting it down. As you see that foul help them as it went in, but Payne continues to wreak havoc in the paint. Remy finds his way to the baskets to score some more. Look at this game, 96-71. This one rolls in late.
So our last game, we came out really slow. We shot a lot of threes and we're missing and ended up losing that one in overtime. So we knew today we had to attack the rim in the first half early and just get to the line, which a lot of us did, which really helped us.
Yep. Speaking of getting to the rim, you made an emphasis yourself going to the paint, attacking the paint. Was that the plan coming to get to this one?
Yeah, we knew we had a big size differential on them, and we obviously missed a lot of threes last game, shot like 25%. So we knew we wanted to come out here and win. We had to start by attacking, and that's what everybody did, and just got us off to a good start, and then momentum helped us finish it.
Sounds good. And then you, King, you also contributed to this game, got yourself in this one. You had 21 points to finish. How did that feel to get that?
It felt great. It always feels good, to get in the 20s. It's more of a team effort. Just driving and kicking, finding me for three, that's a big part of our offense. Getting it to him inside and kicking out, so it feels good to make those shots, and yeah.
As we take a look at that game summary, Remy at 34 points, quite impressive. King 21, Thompson 10, Bangs 10. A lot of guys in double digits. And taking a look for the Bengals, Payne 27. You saw a lot of those coming from inside the paint. Lyon 13, Pettis 13. Not quite as much as we've seen him get in so many games here on North Metro TV, but still an impressive game. A lot of guys getting into double digits, but 98-74, the Panthers making the win in the Cat Clash. Looking at the standings, Satino Grace up 6-0 in the conference for that record. Overall, 9-3. Spring Lake Park, one of our first teams as we move down, 2-4, 5-6 overall. Centennial 1-5, 4-10. Blaine 0-7, looking for that first one in conference, and 3-9. As we look at the schedules, Blaine going to be at Andover and home against Anoka, and Centennial at Spring Lake Park and Andover and Anoka coming up, and Spring Lake Park coming off that win, going to be at home against Centennial and at Champlin Park later on in the week. But we've warmed up, we've went from the ice rink to the courts, and now we're heading to the pool. Quite warm inside this pool as the Bengals taking on the Panthers. This is the 200-yard medley relay. Getting that victory and getting to feel quite good about that was Spring Lake Park's A-team. The boys' 200-yard freestyle. Ben Kespa got the victory in that one, the freestyle for the 200-yard varsity. Benjamin Karula. We move further down this line. So many guys able to get the victory. And the butterfly was another one. Everett Perry was able to finish it off, 43.26. 100-yard freestyle was Benjamin Karula. In the 500-yard freestyle, This is Nolan Peterson getting the victory there, 28.75. As we move further down, 200-yard freestyle for the backstroke. This is, you love his smile at the end of this one. That was Isaac Onak, senior, 50.04. The breaststroke was Carson Hamil, able to come in 33.91. And Nolan Peterson. But the overall, 93-91.
Tough that we didn't come home with the win, but we still got half the season ahead of us. Just planning on improving and shooting our shot at sections, see if we can get anyone in the state, and just working toward the future.
When you are doing multiple events throughout a meet, how difficult can it be to kind of switch your brain, getting in between all of these things going on throughout the night?
Sometimes it's hard if you have like back-to-back events. Like if you are swimming the 500 and then you have like the 2 free relay immediately after, you're going to be gassed for the 500. You're not going to be able to, you're going to be in the water and you're going to be breathing every stroke and dying. But if you have like 2-3 events in between each of your events, you can switch your mental state from one of your events straight to the other one and have it go pretty smoothly.
Yeah, Nolan, what do you want to focus on for the second half for yourself personally? Is there anything that you're looking to do or accomplish here before the end of the season?
I'm just trying to like beat myself pretty much. Like I don't care about beating anyone else. I'm just trying to focus on myself right now and try to make it to state, you know, and just have a good time along the way as well. So yeah.
You guys, this has been awesome. Recapping the last 2 weeks with you, it's really crazy to think about how many games and how many events have been going on for our teams, but we wish them the best of luck as 2024 continues. Here from my Sports 10 family at North Metro TV, thanks so much, guys, helping me bring this show to you. I'm Blythe Whaley saying so long. Till next week, guys, have a good one. And stay warm. Woo, it's quite cold out there.